Hey, welcome back to the channel, Tea Times for Two, Golf Travel for Couples. Hey, I'm Scott.
And I'm Cheryl. And in our free time, we like to travel and play golf at some of the best resorts around the world. Then we come back and review them and share them with couples that like to travel and play golf as well. That way, we're able to provide you with all of our insight and information that you can get the best bang for your buck.
And in today's video, we're going to continue our extensive Myrtle Beach series. And in this one, we're going to rate our top 10 value courses. That's courses you can play for under $70 in the winter and in the summer in the Grand Strand area. So sit back and enjoy it as we rate our top 10 value courses of Myrtle Beach. Hey, welcome back. As we begin or continue our series on Myrtle Beach, let me just start by saying that I've been going to Myrtle Beach since 1985, I guess, and have played well over 100 golf courses in the Grand Strand area, including several that sadly don't exist anymore. During COVID, I taught my lovely wife, Cheryl here, how to play golf, and we've taken a couple trips to Myrtle Beach since then. I guess you played over 40 courses in the area since then. So
in the series, we started off with rating the courses in Myrtle Beach in each section, and we based them on playability, aesthetics, value, and amenities.
Yeah, we took our top 10 or top 5 in each section of Myrtle Beach to try to, give you an idea if you've never been before, what our favorites were in each end of Myrtle Beach. So if you stay on the north end or you stay in the central area or you stay in the southern end, what we feel like are the best golf courses, the ones we enjoy the most and give you the best value for your money. In today's video, we're going to be rating our top 10 value courses. That's courses that you can play under $70 during the winter and the summer seasons. The prices we're going to use you can find on mbgolf.com or myrtlebeachgolf.com or by going directly to the courses websites. Now, if you play in the spring, you can expect to pay about 20% more than what you're going to play in the winter and summer. So these are what our prices are based on. As we begin this rating as value, we really need to define what value is. Right? It's going to be different for everyone, depending on how much you're used to paying for golf where you live, how much you pay for golf at different resorts that you might have traveled to, and what time of year you go to Myrtle Beach. And if you're willing to pay this amount of money, somebody else might not be willing to pay. It might have been good value to them. But for us, these are incredible values compared to some of the other places we've been around the world. For example, paying $100 to $150 to play courses like TPC Myrtle Beach or Caledonia or True Blue or Dunes Golf and Beach Club or any of the 4 at the Barefoot Resort, I'd gladly pay that. That's a great value to us compared to, gosh, what we paid in Cabo or Las Vegas or Dominican Republic or anywhere like that. That is extremely cheap and a great value.
Also, I would gladly pay $70 to $80 to play Prestwick, the Pearl, River's Edge, Glen, or any of the 5 legend courses.
Yeah, oh, exactly. Those are steals for $70, $80. You cannot play golf courses in Dallas-Fort Worth where we live that are remotely close to the quality of those courses we just mentioned. And in Myrtle Beach, especially in the summertime when we always go, you're playing them for under $100, and it's a great value. So these courses that we're listing at $70 or less, playing in the summer when we always go, or the winter, if you snowbirds that like to go in the winter, these are amazing values compared to what we're used to paying here in Dallas-Fort Worth or anywhere else in the world for that matter. So that's where we're coming from with our top 10. So if you've got a different top 10, hey, let us know in the comments below what your favorite courses in Myrtle Beach are that you can play for under $70. There's plenty of golf courses in Myrtle Beach that you can pay $55 or less, and they're good quality golf courses in the summertime. And some of them we really enjoy playing, and you shot some of your best rounds on them. But the quality of the course or the condition of the course isn't quite up to the 10 we're going to list today. I mean, they're great golf courses in and of themselves, but these have always been in great shape when we played them, and I think they're great value.
Before we get started on the list, we want to mention a couple of courses that you might be able to play for under $70, and we played them several times and really enjoyed. They might go over $70 if you play them in the morning in the summer.
Yeah, that'd be the Wizard and Man of War, both located just off Highway 501, right before you cross over the Intercoastal Waterway. I believe they're both on the south side of the highway, if I remember right.
Yeah, and so the Wizard and the Man of War are both part of the Mystical package. In addition, the Witch was part of that, but sadly it is no longer
Yeah. Yeah. That was a great golf course too. A lot of wildlife, turkeys and gators. And that was great.
Enjoyed it.
Anyway, we enjoyed the Wizards so much. We played it multiple times the last time we were there. Really enjoyed it. In fact, we played it in the afternoon a couple times, and we about had the course to ourselves on both days. Beautiful days. Both of them, Man of War, got water on 18 hole all over the golf course, and then the Wizard with the old clubhouse to make it look like a Scottish castle. It's really cool. So both courses are extremely women friendly because you got multiple sets of tees, not too many forced carries. I think the 18 on the Wizard was a forced carry over the water. You didn't like that too much, but they're very playable for the high handicap player and the low handicap player as well. So they're great days out, and you can catch them for under $70 if you just catch at the right time or play them in the afternoon. And that's the case with a lot of the courses there at Myrtle Beach. So, all right, so let's begin our countdown. Number 10 golf course, our favorite that you can play for under $70 in the summer and the winter time, would be the Founders Club in Pawleys Island.
This was rated Myrtle Beach Golf Course of the Year in 2011.
Yeah, it's a Thomas Walker design, he was part of the Gary Player group, who also did Blackmoor just right up the road, not very far. And it's a complete redo. Those of you old timers like me that have been going out there since the 80s and 70s, if there's a few of us left, that was the old Seagull. If you remember the old Seagull golf course, well, they took it, completely redesigned it, and made it much, much better. Those of you who remember Seagull back in the day.
Yes, and this has 5 sets of tees. These are ranging from 4,800 to 7,007.
All right, on this golf course, there's lots of mounding, some big mounding, a bunch of native grass areas, waste bunkers all over the place. In fact, the cart paths are very limited. You just drive through the waste areas, so it's really cool. I love the layout. In fact, I played some of my lowest rounds ever in Myrtle Beach on this golf course. So,
in fact, this course I played about a month or two after I learned. And it was the first time I broke 100. So that's pretty exciting for me. Very friendly golf course for me.
Yeah, there's not a lot of forced carries, even though they have those massive mounds and bunkers. You can bounce the ball into a lot of the greens. In fact, I think the day she broke 100, I shot 72. If I remember, I think I'll put a picture of it up here where she's showing off her scorecard. She still beat my butt because I had too many strokes. So this is one of the best places you can play on the south end for the price. It was an incredible price. You're going to get it under $60 most of the time. Now, I have read some reviews where people said the course conditions weren't spot on when they played, but every time we played it, it's been in great shape. So, but again, we usually go in the summer. Every time I've been, it's either been in June or July. I think one time I went at the end of spring break in March, but most of the other times I'm there in June and July. So, all right, coming in at number 9 on our list of top 10 courses you can play in the Myrtle Beach area for under $70 in the winter or the summer would be Willbrook Plantation in Pawleys Island. Now, this was built on an old rice and indigo plantation. And matter of fact, it was part of the original land grant from King Charles II that was given to the settlers in South Carolina. So it's really cool.
And so this is part of the Wachesaw Golf Trail, and it's a member of the Founders Club group.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with that, you can get memberships to the Founders group. And I think there's 22 courses that are part of that you become a member at all 22 of those. You have privileges at all 22. And the Wachesaw Golf Trail has golf packages through the different booking agencies that you can book through them. So if you're staying on the south end, that's a great deal. You can find some great value there. Then they've got 18 on this golf course. There's 18 holes, and I think 15 of them have water on them, but mostly it's along the sides. There aren't too many forced carries.
So we have 4 sets of tees ranging from 4,800 to 6,700. But like he said, there's not many forced carries even with the 15 holes with water.
Yeah, as long as you don't spray it left and right, which you don't do. You don't hit it left and right. Now, I tend to do that, but you don't. We both really love playing in the south end, the Litchfield area, all the golf courses there, Rivers Club, Litchfield, Heritage, True Blue, Caledonia. You can't go wrong any of those down in that end of there. And that area is really peaceful and quiet. So it's really, if you're staying in the south end, you can't go wrong down there. Coming in at number 8 on our list of top 10 courses you can play in the Myrtle Beach area for under $70 in the winter and the summer would be Sandpiper Bay Golf Club and Country Club in Sunset Beach, North Carolina. This is a 27-hole complex designed by renowned architect Dan Maples. And if you're familiar with Myrtle Beach, he's done several golf courses in the area, including Oyster Bay, your favorite place to go see the Gators.
Sit up, I want to get you in the
And it's right down the street, literally from Thistle, the Pearl, Oyster Bay that we just mentioned. It's pretty close to the Big Cats, the Four at the Big Cat Plantation. So there's lots of golf courses that are close by. And it's really close to the beaches in Sunset Beach and the amazing food in Calabash, North Carolina. And definitely worth your trip to go down to the waterfront and have some fresh seafood right down there. But the casino boat...
Skip it.
Skip it.
Yeah, skip that. So this has 3 nines. It's going to be Sandpiper and Bay. The Bay is going to be the longest and Sand is the shortest. All 3 have quite a bit of water, but there's no force carry, so it's good for higher handicaps like myself.
Yeah, it's still challenging for me. I mean, if you spray the ball... the first time I ever played this golf course was the year it opened. So they had just freshly planted a bunch of the Carolina pines, the Georgia pines. So they weren't very big, so it hadn't filled out. But then we played it again the last time we went there, and 30-something years probably. All the trees had grown up, so it was a lot more pleasing to the eye, I guess. A lot more challenging because the trees had grown up than they had before. Now, Sandpiper Bay is a great place to book when you're there in Myrtle Beach if you want to get in more than 18 holes a day, because they've got the 27 holes and you can play all 27, or you can play 18 here like we did. I think we played it early in the morning, and then we went and had some seafood at Calabash, and then I think we went and played the Thistle that afternoon. So you got a bunch of courses that are really close by. So even if you're staying in central Myrtle Beach and drive up to the North Carolina side, you can get 36 holes in easy and get you some great seafood while you're there. So great golf courses. Yeah. All right, number 7 on our list of top 10 value courses in the Myrtle Beach area is Wachesaw East Plantation Golf Course in Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. This is 18 holes of golf designed by Clyde Johnson, and it was the site of the former Kathy Ireland LPGA Classic there. So the women's tour played here. In fact, the first time I played it was still going on there.
It was rated 2007 Myrtle Beach Golf Course of the Year. So it has 5 sets of tees ranging from 4,900 to 6,900 yards.
Yeah, it's extremely tree lined. A lot of dog legs, kind of reminiscent of nearby Blackmoor. It has a lot of dog legs, a lot of short, tight trees. So ball placement is really critical on this golf course.
Yes, and kids under 16 play for free with every adult that plays. So it's a great value if you want to bring your family.
Yeah, so not just for mom and pop, but if you got kids that play golf, this is an inexpensive way to get them to play golf while you're on vacation in Myrtle Beach. Yeah, it's real close to Murrells Inlet and the Marsh Walk. And if you've never been to Murrells Inlet and you've been to Myrtle Beach, you need to make that part of your bucket list and go down there. There's a bunch of great restaurants and bars, nightlife down there. You can watch live music, and dance out there. Some of our favorite restaurants, Drunken Jack's. Oh, amazing seafood. Don't waste your time in the all-you-can-eat buffets. You get all you can eat, and it's better quality. And you've got a great view of the marsh while you're sitting there. Or right next door, the Dead Dog Saloon, which is always worth watching. There's always great entertainment, and the food's great too. And then just another block down the road, you got the River City Cafe. Great place to go in and get a burger and fries and a cold beer if that's your thing in between rounds. So it's a great place to go play. And Wachesaw East is really close to some other golf courses in the area. The TPC Myrtle Beach is real close by. Blackmoor, another Gary Player designs really close by, which I think you'll enjoy. International Club, which is a great value, inexpensive in the morning and the afternoon, is not far away. So you can get 36 holes in. If you're not staying in the south end, you can drive down, play Wachesaw, get a great round in, and then go play one of those others close by.
Yeah, it's got a really nice clubhouse. It's got great memorabilia from the LPGA. So check it out because you'll get to see some really neat stuff there.
Yeah, kind of like Cheryl here.
Yeah, there's a picture of me there.
All right, what comes in at number 6 on our list of top value courses?
Number 6 is going to be Blackmoor Golf Club in Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. This is an 18-hole course designed by Hall of Famer Gary Player.
Yeah, and there's 5 sets of tees, and they run anywhere from about 4,500 to about 6,300, making it one of the shortest golf courses on the Grand Strand area, which is really ideal for women and higher handicap players, but it's extremely tree lined with lots of dog legs. So putting the ball in play off the tee is paramount. Distance is not the thing when you're playing Blackmoor, so you've got to be accurate off the tee. Blackmoor was one of Cheryl's favorites because she likes tree line golf courses more than the open, kind of Scottish feeling golf courses or some of the ones in the desert. My mom definitely was one of her favorites because it was shorter and she loved tree line courses. Now you don't get the marsh view you get on the north end on a lot of the courses, but it's really, really pretty golf course.
Yes, I love the tree lines. You do need to be prepared. Like during the rainy season, the course can hold a lot of water, so just be prepared for that. Some people have reported poor conditions on this course, but we didn't experience that when we played
No.
it. We really enjoyed it, played it multiple times. We enjoyed the course routing and the fact that you have to be very accurate.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't just bomb away on this golf course. And again, you know, check your reviews. If you look and see what people say, well, it wasn't in great shape. Well, if they're going in the rainy season, yeah, there's going to be water standing because, you know, if you go during hurricane season, it's going to get wet and it does hold water. But every time that I've played it, and again, I've been going out there since 1985. Now, this one wasn't built in, but I have played it multiple times on multiple trips. And every time I've played it, it's been in great shape.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, again, if you want to get more than 18 holes in a day, it's really close to the TPC Myrtle, really close to the TPC Myrtle Beach, or almost next door. Matter of fact, close to the International Club. It's also close to Wachesaw East, also on our list of value courses. So you can nail 2 value courses in one day and still go down to the Marsh Walk and Murrells Inlet and have a big night of it. I think we played Blackmoor and then played Heritage in the afternoon. So it was a great day. So definitely worth your trip to the South End.
Number 5 on our list of top value courses under $70 in the Myrtle Beach area is Shaftesbury Glen Golf and Fish Club in Conway, South Carolina. So this has 18 holes and it's designed by Clyde Johnson.
Yeah. And Shaftesbury Glen's kind of off the beaten path, kind of out, if you think it's out, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It's off Highway 22 on the, I guess it would be the west side of Myrtle Beach before you get into Myrtle Beach. So if you stop at Conway and go straight north on Highway 22, you'll hit it. It's about 17 miles from Barefoot Landing if you're staying up on the north end in North Myrtle Beach. So it's, you know, it's not close like some of the other golf courses are from where you're staying. But I thought it was definitely worth the drive out there. And it's more peaceful once you get out there. Shaftesbury Glen was designed as a tribute to the old classic courses like Wingfoot and Oakland Hills. So it's really kind of cool.
Yeah. The greens and fairways were in great shape, even considering the fact that they had a lot of rain. So they have terrific bunkering, and the on the course with the greens are lifted up so that it makes it difficult for bouncing the balls onto the greens.
Yeah. The greens are all kind of plateaued, built up, kind of like Wingfoot. In fact, the bunkers, when you see the bunkers, they're going to look a lot like you're playing Wingfoot. The course has lots of trees. It's a tree line golf course, which you like. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of nice being out away from the strip, and you're not in the middle of all the traffic and all the hustle and bustle, and you're out there away from everything kind of. So it's kind of nice to be out away from all of that. So it makes it worth the drive out there. Golf Digest rated Shaftesbury Glen Golf and Fish Club 4 stars. So it gets a really high rating. In fact, if it was located closer to the strip, you wouldn't be playing it for under $70. So it's a great value if you don't mind driving 20, 30 minutes out away. For those of us who live in a metropolitan area like Dallas Fort Worth, driving 20 minutes somewhere, I mean, that's nothing. So I think it has 4 sets of tees, if I remember right, ranging somewhere around 4,900 yards to close to 7,000 yards from the tips. So it can be a challenge for a low handicap player. Coming in at number 4 on our list of top 10 value courses in the Myrtle Beach area would be Arrowhead Country Club in Myrtle Beach, actually. Arrowhead Country Club is located right off of Highway 501 when you're coming in from Conway, just before you cross over the Intercoastal Waterway. And I believe it's on the south side of 501 right there.
So there's 3 nines, waterway, cypress, and lakes. There are 4 sets of tees ranging from 4,600 to 6,600, depending on the routing you play.
Yeah. So it's, again, can play as one of the shorter ones in the Myrtle Beach area, which make it really good for higher handicap players. Of the 3 nines, the cypress runs through the cypress forest and the wetlands there. They've got some nature areas in the wetlands. It's really pretty. The waterway 9 has a couple of holes that run along the intercoastal waterways, and you can watch the boats going up and down there. In fact, you can see it in some of the pictures that we've showed you here. And then the lakes of the 3 nines is probably the tighter of the three. You got to be a little more precise, a little more water involved on that course. In fact, most of the holes on that 9.
Yeah, and this course is always in great shape. I would say this is probably
Yeah.
one of the most consistent of all the courses that we have played.
Yeah, over the years, yes. I mean, look, course conditions is always, when you going, when have they done their course maintenance, what time of year are you going, that kind of thing. But Arrowhead has always been just top notch every time that we've played it. And it's a perfect place if 18 holes, kind of like us, isn't enough in one day and you want to get more golf in. You can play all 27 at Arrowhead, or it's really, really close by. The Legends, which has 54 holes, is just right up the road, not very far. And then across 501, you've got Man of War and the Wizard and River Oaks. So you can get 36 holes in easy without having to drive, but a few minutes from one course to the other. So it's a great, great way to spend your day. Top-notch golf course. You get the country club feel at Arrowhead that you don't always get in the Myrtle Beach area. So, all right, coming in at number 3 on our list of top 10 value courses in Myrtle Beach area is Wild Wing Avocet at the Wild Wing Plantation in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Again, right off Highway 501 as you're coming in from Conway before you get to the Intercoastal Waterway. In fact, Wild Wing has 2 courses. It has the 18-hole Avocet course and the 9-hole Hummingbird course. Again, located right off 501. In fact, when I first played Wild Wing, it was 36 holes. It may have been even more. Hummingbird was 18 holes back then, and I loved it. But they've since put houses on it. So, yeah, it does happen.
This course was designed by a 3-time major champ Larry Nelson and Jeff Bauer.
Yeah, it's a really cool layout. It's one of my favorite layouts up here is you've got drivable par 4s, you've got long par 4s, you've got double greens, double fairways, you've got pot bunkers, you've got deep waste areas. It's just a really visually cool golf course. And we did see some gators on it as well.
See a couple of gators.
Yep.
That's okay. It's part of it. Yep. Wild Wing did make our top 5 out of the central area of Myrtle Beach. It is one of our favorites, especially for the price.
Yeah, definitely for the price.
They also run packages and deals, so you can get even better, specials.
Yeah, Cheryl's right. If you check a lot of these golf courses, they run specials all throughout the year. So it just depends on when you go there and when you book. It's not like the old days where you used the Myrtle Beach Golf Holiday and you called them up and they did your deal. There's so many different ways to find these deals. Yeah. So it's also a great place if you want to play more than 18 holes in a day because you've got 27 right on site. Literally right out the entrance to Wild Wing, you've got Myrtle Beach National. If you drive, as you came in from Conway, you had Burning Ridge and you had Hackler Golf Course at Coastal Carolina. If you drive a couple more miles down the road, you can play the Legends and you can play Man of War, you can play the Wizard, you can play River Oaks, you can drive another mile and play Arrowhead. So literally just going up 501, you can make a day of it and have 36. And if you really feel lucky, you can play 54.
Yeah, no. You can play. I'll be in the clubhouse.
That's right. So Wild Wing Plantation. Tell us in the comments below what you thought of Wild Wing. And again, it's one of our favorites.
Number 2 on our list of value courses for under $70 in Myrtle Beach is Long Bay Golf Course in Longs, South Carolina. This is an 18-hole Jack Nicklaus signature design, and it has really a country club feel for a public course.
Absolutely. Yeah, in fact, memberships are available. Even if you're a non-resident, you can get memberships here. So it's a great golf course. Like any other Jack Nicklaus golf course, you're going to find lots of mounding. In fact, a couple of the signature holes I'll probably put up behind me here. Tons of mounding, waste bunkers, bulkheads using railroad ties, liberal use of water on the golf course, typical of one of his signature designs. They completely, if I remember right, they completely redid the greens in 2023. So yeah, the complete redo of them. So I'm anxious to see kind of what they did to them. There's 5 sets of tees ranging somewhere around 4,900 yards to a little over 7,000 yards from the tip. So there's a good mix of left to right, right to left holes, short par 4s, long par 4s, really long par 3s, and a couple of short par 3s. So he does a great job of mixing the holes. So I really love the layout here.
Now, the old greens, when we were there, had a lot of slope to them. Of course, we haven't played them since they have redone them. So Careful.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of grass they put on them. I should have checked on here. I'll probably put it on the screen because I'll add it when I edit this. But yeah, I'm anxious to see because the greens before were great. So I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to be like now. So we always try to include this golf course on our itinerary whenever we're staying on the north end because it's so close. If you're staying in North Myrtle Beach, it's literally going to take you got to cross over the bridge of the Intercoastal Waterway, and it's 5 minutes from there. So it's a short drive from there. So we always try to include it when we play on the north end. Also on this one, you can always play it in the afternoon to get an even better deal on it. You can play courses in the morning that are nearby, like you can go down the street to play Aberdeen, which has 27 holes. You can play it in the morning, get a really good value in the morning round, and then come play Long Bay in the afternoon and get a really cheap 36 holes of golf and exceptional layout. You're not going to regret playing Long Bay. I've always loved playing this one. All right, and our number one top value course you can play for under $70 in the Myrtle Beach area in the winter and the summer is, drum roll please. Oh yeah, missed rhythm here. Is Carolina National Golf Club in Bolivia's North Carolina. This is a 27-hole complex designed by Golf Hall of Famer Fred Couples. And if you're staying in North Myrtle Beach, right off Main Street, somewhere around there, it's about a 50-minute drive. So it's not close.
No, this is probably the farthest north of the Grand Strand. Well, maybe Lockwood Folly might be a little bit farther, but pretty close. It's worth the drive for sure.
Definitely worth the drive. It's got 3 sets of 9, the ibis, the heron, and the egret. And the tees range anywhere from literally just a little over 3,000 yards all the way up to 7,000 yards. They have what they call a short course for juniors and beginners and higher handicap players. So this is one of the best courses on the Strand for all levels of player. The layout is extremely difficult for a low handicap player, but it plays very playable for the higher handicap player because how short it is. So it's really good in that way.
Yeah, so we always try to get an early tee time and pair this with something on the way back. Like we could do River's Edge or maybe something in Calabash or Sunset Beach. That way it makes it worthwhile for the drive.
Plus, you can stop in Calabash and get some good seafood.
That's always.
You can tell by looking at it. I do like the seafood. Yeah. I put on a few pounds in Myrtle Beach over the years. That is true. Yeah. The course, Carolina National has always been in great shape whenever we played it again. Most of the time it's been in the summertime, June or July. But it's always been in great shape. I love the layout. You've got tree line and marsh views pretty much on every hole. It's got some terrific views of the Lockwood Folly River. It's just amazing routing through the trees. You're going to love it. See all the nature, birds and gators and all kinds of good stuff up there. It's definitely worth the drive up. But like Cheryl said, you can pair it with other courses on the way back. So you get 36 in that day to make that, hour drive from North Myrtle Beach worthwhile. Now, if I'm staying on the south end, I'm probably not going to play this one. But every time we stay on the north end, we want to play it because you can't play a golf course of this caliber for $70 anywhere. I mean, this ranks up with some of the ones we played in Cabo that were $200-300.
Yes.
And you're getting it for $70 in the summer. It's insane. So definitely worthwhile. They run specials all the time. We didn't eat at their grill, but they're known for their grill there. They have daily specials on their grill. So there you go.
Because we had to get to one.
Because we had to go to Calabash on the way back. That's true. That is true.
So there you have it. That's our top 10 courses you can play for under $70 in the Myrtle Beach area in the winter or summer.
Yeah, just know if you're going to play in the spring, you're going to pay about 20% more for most of these golf courses. Again, if you use one of the booking agencies, myrtlebeachgolf.com, mbgolf.com, or any of the others, the old Myrtle Beach Golf Holiday, you can find some other value courses. But these were our top 10. Let us know what your top 10 would be. What were your favorite courses you can play under $70? Again, we played some that were even less than this that we really enjoyed, but they were just slightly below these 10 that we felt every time we've played them, they've been great. Now, understand you're not getting the same experience that you're getting when you play maybe the barefoot courses or the TPC Myrtle Beach or Caledonia or True Blue or even the Dunes Golf and Beach Club. But for $70 or under $70, you just can't beat the value you're getting with these golf courses. Even, okay, this tee box wasn't in great shape, or there was water standing on the golf course, or somebody at the golf course was having a bad day and you were offended, or you get stuck behind sloths. The sloths group are a bunch of troglodytes who are drunk. Look, you're in Myrtle Beach, and if you go in the summertime, you're gonna have those issues. But uh, every golf course in Myrtle Beach, you can find something that you didn't like or some experience. But these 10, we've always really enjoyed our days, and we felt like we were getting good value for our money at all 10 of them, especially when you compare it to other places you can play. If you're having a bad day or a bad experience at one of the courses, they're just stop and remember where you live, how much you're paying to play where you live, and then the scenery that you're getting and the condition of the golf courses. So you go here, in the wintertime, a lot of these courses overseed, so you've got green fairways, and so you just can't beat it for that price. So be sure and share with us what your favorite courses in Myrtle Beach are, and leave them in the comments below. We love reading your comments and hearing what you think are the best. And what are some of your super value golf courses, like River Hills? We really enjoy playing that one. And you play that one for $50, or Brunswick. You can play a bunch of golf courses for even less than that. So please leave comments below and let us know.
Definitely. And remember, if you liked this video and it was helpful to you, please hit like and subscribe. That way we can keep providing more content to couples like us who love to play golf and travel.
Yeah, and check back next week as we begin our extensive series where we rate each golf course in the Myrtle Beach area over our 5 categories. If you've seen our other videos from Cabo and the other Las Vegas and Dominican, the Caribbean, all over the place, we're going to rate every golf course in the Myrtle Beach area that we played, which now over 100 that I played. So come back and check those out, or check back our other series from Bandon Dunes or Cabo or the Dominican Republic or Curacao even. So check one of our other videos.
That's right. We will see you on the first tee, and remember, hit them straight.
Bye.